ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. I know that many of you have come from outside. Don't be afraid that I will be continuing in Kannada. The chairman, Gonslers, Father Joshen, Father Prakash, my co-speakers, Dr. Purushottam Belimale, Madam Dr. Anupama, ladies and gentlemen. Today, it is not only a great day in India, insofar as Mahatma Gandhi, but also another great leader, Lal Bahadur Shastri. Today is not only the Gandhi Jayanti, but also Lal Bahadur Shastri's Jayanti. It is necessary that we all require to remember and pay tributes to those great sons of India. Gandhi, during his lifetime, made a very big impact on the common man of this country. Even after his demise, he continued to make impact on the people of this country. Even to this day, that is after 75 years of his demise, he continues to make impact not only on India, but on the whole world in several fields. I like to narrate in 2-3 minutes one small instance of how he made an impact on my parents. Gandhi was assassinated on 30th of January 1948. Thereafter, the Congress party resolved to take the ashes, the urn of Mahatma Gandhi to the every district in this country and to celebrate a program in that district and to immerse the urn of Gandhi in any tank, river, ocean, lake, etc. in that place. In this process, Gandhi urn came to Kolar district in Karnataka state. That was in 1952. The Congress leadership in Kolar district resolved to organize a program and immerse the ashes of Gandhi in a water tank near KGF. Have you heard of KGF? Kolar Goldfields. And this was entrusted to a Congress leader and a freedom fighter by name Hebdi Nagappa. He camped there, organized the program. On 12th February 1952, when the program was going on, a bus driver and conductor from the village of Nagappa came and informed him that his lady has delivered a male baby today. The news spread across the leaders of the meeting, and everyone suggested to name his son as Gandhi. But Nagappa said, no, I can't do that because my family tradition is the first son in the family or the first child in the family shall be named as Naga. My name is Nagappa, my father's name is Nagaya, my grandfather's name is Nagamuni. Like that he narrated. Then the leaders there, they arrived at a compromise. Let your family tradition name be there and Gandhi name. That is Naga traditional name, Mohandas is the Gandhi's name, Naga plus Mohandas is Nagamohandas is before you. I got many stories to tell how he made an impact on my grandparents, on my village people, etc., etc. But I will end at this day only to state and demonstrate that Gandhi not only during his lifetime, even after demise, even at this 21st century, he is making an impact on the globe. One thing that I have to make it clear, that There are hundreds and hundreds of things where we can agree with Gandhi. There are also certain areas where we cannot agree with Gandhi. But all that I request every one of us is to make a critical study of Gandhi and agree what is good for humanity, what is good for the society, what is good for the world. That is how I look at Gandhi, and I understand Gandhi, and I think Gandhi. Now, I don't want to travel beyond the theme of this conference. The theme of this conference is non-violence, justice, and truth. Friends, when there is violence, then there is no peace. If there is no peace, there will be no development and there will be no progress. And if development progress is not there, there will be no happiness. Now, then what is violence? It may be physical violence, mental violence, economic violence, social violence, political violence, legal violence. Then what are the causes for this violence? Hungry, poverty, illiteracy, lack of access to health, lack of housingness, transport. These are some of the causes for this. Communalism, terrorism, fundamentalism, organized crime, exploitation are other source of violence. The biggest source is, as Father Johnson said, that war. There is no statistics as to how many wars have taken place in this world from the commencement of human civilization. There is no account. There is no account as to how many died. What is the loss of property? But one thing that all of us can remember, which the world has recorded, that is the First World War and the Second World War. Even insofar as the First World War, which had taken place between 1914 and 1918, there are no authentic statistics as to how many died and what is the value of the property destroyed. But the statistic relating to Second World specifies that 2 crore soldiers died during that war. 4 crore civilians died. 2.5 crore civilians got injured. Lakhs and lakhs of people are massacred in the name of ethnic. Villages are burnt. Forests are burnt. Industries, roads, barrages are destroyed. Epidemic diseases, hunger hunted the human society. Therefore, the world leaders resolved that if a third world war takes place, the whole society, humanity will destroy. Therefore, they established that all issues relating to the nations, among the nations and between the nations, are to be resolved through a dialogue across the table. Therefore, they established United Nations Organization. It was done in the year 1945. Now we are in 2004. In this long period, my friends, world has witnessed more than 300 wars. Even now wars are going on between Ukraine and Russia, Israel and Palestine. In this process, Syria, Libya, Iran are also dragged in. I don't know where we go about it. In an average per year, 1 lakh people are dead in these wars throughout the world. It is not only the loss of life and property. but loss of our standard of living, loss of future of our children. This is there in everywhere in the world. The biggest prosperous industry in the world is, it is killing industry. Manufacturing arms, selling arms, transporting arms, and training as to how to use arms. This is the biggest industry that is growing. This is the most prosperous industry today. Therefore, I use the word, wherever that industry flourishes, it is an industry of killing human beings. You see, every country in the world in their annual budget, they are spending or sparing more money towards defense. In 2004 and 2005, India is spending 6,21,000 crores on defense budget. This means less and less money for welfare of people. Less and less money for the development. Less and less money for creating jobs. To make illiterates as literates. To provide access to health. It is not only in India, you will see even in America, the richest country in the world. It is not just guns, bombs, rockets, atom bombs, hydrogen bombs. Today we are in the age of neutron bombs and nuclear bombs. If once this starts, there is no question of winning or losing. Everyone is going to die. This is the situation in the world today. Throughout the world, though there are several reasons, this is the biggest challenge that is before the nation, before the world. Therefore, I said some time back in one of my articles, there is a famine for world peace in the globe. It is not just only in India, but throughout the world there is a famine for world peace. In a situation like this, I am of the humble and considered opinion that the only path before the world is the Gandhian path of non-violence. There is no other path visible before us. UNO has failed. Global leaders have failed. Peacemakers have not made a dent. We couldn't able to stop the wars. We could not able to stop this race for arms. Even small countries are possessing big neutron and nuclear bombs. They are disturbing everyday sleep of most rich and powerful countries. This is the situation. In a situation like this, the world is required to march in the path shown by the Mahatma Gandhi, that is the non-violent path. It is not only in respect of war, every source of crime, when we examine it, I am of the opinion that we are all required to march in the path of non-violence. That is the only path which can save the world, which can save the humanity. My second point that I want to speak few words about is justice. You know, right from the beginning of human civilization, there is one or the other forum where we created a platform to resolve the disputes among the people. After India became independent in 1947, by accepting the world's biggest written constitution, India became republic. My friends, I want to one thing clarify here. All independent states are not republics, but all republics are independent states. The question that arises is, when an independent state will become a republic? So for example, England is an independent country much earlier to us. But even to this day, it is not a republic. The reason is they have no written constitution. When an independent country accepts and implements a written constitution, that country becomes republic. In 1947, we became independent. In 1950, by accepting and implementing the world's biggest written constitution, India became a republic. Under the Indian constitution, we have created legislative, executive, and judiciary. Judiciary has got the power to resolve the dispute between individual and individual, individual and state, state and state. It has got the power to abridge your rights, to forfeit your property, to put you behind the bars, and to hang you. This is the power of judiciary. No doubt, as a student of law and as a member of judicial family of India, I do accept and recognize the contribution made by the Indian judiciary in the Republic of India in saving the constitution, in saving the basic features of the constitution and taking the country forward. But at the same time, we must also remember that judiciary has also committed blunders and mistakes. It is continuing to do that mistake. One important factor that I am trying to bring to your notice is that today in your country, less than 20% of the people are approaching the courts for redressal of their grievances. 80% of the people are not coming to the courts. Why? Is it because of the reason that 80% of the people of this country have no problems? Is it because of the reason they are enjoying their rights? Is it because of the reason that their rights are protected? No. For various reasons they are not coming to the courts. One such reason is, most important is, lack of legal awareness. Yes, I do agree. In 1947, when India became independent, the literacy rate in the country was less than 18%. Today, we have taken almost to the 80%. In country, 80% of the people are literates. But I'm equally unhappy to say, out of this 80, 90% are legally illiterates. In order to demonstrate that, I used to tell one small incident. A young boy travelled from Bangalore to Mysore. He got down in Mysore railway station. While walking out in the gate, he saw an iron rod was there on the floor. He thought that nobody is climbing, it is thrown there. He thought it will be useful for his window or his door to his house. He put it on his shoulder and walked a few steps away. Railway police arrested him and they brought before the magistrate and made a charge against him. This guy has committed theft of our railway property. Please, for theft of offence, you punish him. The judge looked at that boy. He is very decent. He is behaving very goodly. His manners are good. Then judge entertained a doubt. He may be educated. Then he asked the boy, are you literate? Yes sir, I have studied up to graduation. अरे ग्रेजुएशन कर को बोलता है ना, एक ऐसा काम कैसे किया? Why did you this job? Why did you come to theft of railway property? The boy answered, sir, please don't make an allegation of theft on me. Then how do you explain your conduct? Then the boy said, sir, when I got down in the Mysore railway station, there was a board. That board says, treat railway property as your own property. This is the type of graduates that we have produced. This is the type of literates that we have produced. That is the reason why there is lot of crime by the literates. Almost 99% of white collar crimes are by literates, my friends. 99% of offences under the Prevention of Corruption Act are by literates. I can go on narrating area after area like this. Therefore, large number of people are not coming to the courts because of the reason they don't have legal awareness. Here I say Gandhian journalism becomes more important. Gandhi as a journalist, as an editor, continuously wrote to educate the people of this country, to tell the people of this country what is the meaning of freedom, what is the meaning of Gramaraj, what is the philosophy of non-violence, truth. In this way, he educated people as an editor, as a journalist. Today, there is a big task and obligation on the journalists, on the media and the press in the country to educate the people of this country, particularly the legal awareness, constitutional awareness, constitutional literacy. As Father Johnson said that in 2018 I wrote a book. It is called as Read the Constitution. In Kannada, it is Samvidhana Bodh. That book was released in 2018 at Bangalore by Dr. Purushottam Bilimeli. Now, 6 years is over. I travelled across the state. I addressed more than 1,250 lectures on this only topic of Constitution. Me and my friends, we have realized that there is hungry to the people of Karnataka and India to know about the Constitution, but there is nobody to go before them and tell about the Constitution. Therefore, your role becomes very important. The second reason why people are not coming to the courts, there may be some section of the society who are legally aware, but economically they are not empowered. Poverty is another reason. Economical disability is another reason for not coming to the courts. The third reason that I can point out is there is inordinate delay. Despite huge number of disposal of cases by the courts in India, you will be surprised if I say, my friends, the Supreme Court of India disposes in an average 70,000 cases per annum. All high courts in the country disposes per annum more than 20 lakh cases. All district and taluka level courts in the country are disposing more than 1.65 crore cases per annum. No other judiciary anywhere in the world are disposing such a huge number of cases. Despite this huge disposal, my friends, I am shocked to submit that there are 5 crore cases pending before the Indian courts. 5 crore cases are. This is another reason, because of inordinate delay, people are not. Even after delay, there is no guarantee at the end of the day whether you will win or lose. This is the situation. Therefore, the concept of justice, according to Gandhi, is not just confined to the judicial process. I am not negating that judicial process is not necessary. We require judicial process. We required a mechanism to resolve the dispute through the process, but at the same time, we are required in our day-to-day life, we have to do justice for the people. Every action of us, whether inside the court or outside the court, whether inside the office or outside the office, whether inside the family or outside the family, all of us have to behave, work as democrats. We have to work according to the secular value of the country, according to the social justice concept of the country. Social justice is not just confined to reservation in government jobs and educational and political opportunities. Social justice must reflect in our day-to-day life. Secularism not something to state alone. Secularism something to our day-to-day life, our way of life, our way of thinking. That is more important. When all of us read the Constitution, understand the Constitution, imbibe the constitutional values and live up to it, then we are rendering justice to the people. We are rendering justice to the nation. We are just rendering justice to the society. And we are rendering justice to the whole humanity. There, the concept of justice, according to the Gandhi, is not just confined to the justice delivered by the process of court, but outside the court, outside the house, outside the office, we are all required to do justice in our day-to-day life. That is what is required. The other important theme of Gandhi is, there are several hundreds, but I only speak about three. I have spoken already about two things, insofar as truth is concerned. My friends, you may shocked to hear, Gandhi during entire his lifetime, he spent 2,999 days inside the jail. All is because of the punishment given by the courts. All this because courts have given, because police have filed the charge sheet against Gandhi before the courts. Whenever a charge sheet is filed by the police against Gandhi, whether in South Africa or in India, judge asks, police says that you have violated 124A of IPC. Yes, my lord, I have violated. Police says you have roused the people against the state. Yes, my lord, I have done it as a patriotic duty. You asked the people not to pay the taxes. Yes, my lord, I have asked my people not to pay the tax. He never denied. Every time he went on saying before the court, true, 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 true. Because of this reason that he accepted the truth, judge has no other alternative. When accused himself is admitting the charge leveled against him, where is the question of going for a trial? Remember, not in a single case in the matter of Gandhi, the trial was conducted. Because every time Gandhi goes before the court and accepts what is the charge leveled against him by the police, the judges accepted it and punished him. That is Gandhi. But unfortunately, today we are seeing different world. People outside the court says, we have demolished Babri Masjid. But when they go before the court and inside the court are, my lords, we are innocent. This is the type of hypocrites that we are having today. It is not just in the matter of court cases alone. Day in and day out I am seeing the top man in the country who occupies the top position in the country, down to the lowest panchayat member, they are shouting the falsehood. They are engaged in mispropagation. They are telling untruth to the people. They are misleading the people. Where we are going? Where we are heading? This is where exactly the role of media also comes. I have noted in the last one day before yesterday, one newspaper, one Kannada newspaper, leading newspaper, carried a news stating that my government will implement the caste census in Karnataka, says Chief Minister Siddaramaiah. Immediately I telephoned to him. I asked him, sir, have you made this? No, sir. I have not stated like that. We will implement the caste survey conducted by the Backward Class Commission. Caste census is different, caste survey is different. But what Chief Minister says is survey, but what newspapers carried is census. I can give 100, even today newspapers also carried some certain messages. No, this is no good for society. This misleading, twisting, false, untruth. My friends, false thing we can digest, but half truth is undigestible. This is more dangerous to us. Therefore, we as citizens are entitled, have a right to know untampered news, true news, correct news. But what we are getting is entirely different. Some time back, I was addressing in Karnataka a group of journalists. I was telling them how this is not new, right from, there are many reasons for it. The Pope of Vatican visited New York, Washington. Immediately on his arrival in Washington airport, press people went. They asked, "Sir, what are the places that you are visiting?" He said, "I am visiting that, this, that church, this, that college, that youth, this, that and everything." One journalist asked, "Sir, have you got any plan to visit red light area?" Then Pope asked, "Is there a red light area in Washington?" Do you know what is the next day headlines in the newspapers? Pope inquired where is red light area in Washington. No, this is no good, sir. This is no happy thing for us. This is not the thing people expected. This is not the people wanted. There is something more. People have a right. Newspapers are there not for news editors, not for journalists, but for readers like you and me. We have a right. We have a right to know the truth. But what we are getting is tampered, twisted, misleading, misquoting. This is the thing. Why all these things? Is it to increase circulation? Why do you want to increase circulation? Is to make more money and more profit. A service sector has now turned out to be a commercial sector. This commercial sector is attracting brilliant boys and girls. But these brilliant boys and girls lacks professionalism and professional ethics. What is required today is professionalism and professional ethics. That is what is maintained by Mahatma Gandhi during his life. You take it whether it is Young India, Harijan or Navjivan. These are the three major newspapers which he published, edited and wrote for a long number of years in this country. He might have gone to the jail, but he told the people the truth. He stood by the truth. He suffered for it. But at the end, it is the truth that trumped. I want my friends who are engaged here in the journalism, you to carry forward this legacy of Mahatma Gandhi of truth, non-violence and justice. I wish the deliberations will be more constructive, more useful, path-breaking and show a new direction to the entire field of journalism in the country. Wish you all the best. Thank you very much. Thank you for the opportunity.